Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. This is your Z107.7 local news for Saturday, December 13th, 2025. The Geminid meteor shower peaks tonight in the high desert, and Annalise Kuiper joins us with some more info on the celestial show.
The Geminid meteor shower was first sighted from a Mississippi River boat around 1833 and was noticed again in 1862, although back then the shower was not as spectacular as it is these days. That's because the Geminid meteors originate from asteroid 3200 Phaeton, which was destroyed during a catastrophic event. Thanks to Jupiter's magnetic pull, the debris from this event is coming closer and is therefore more easily visible. Whereas 50 meteors an hour would have been the norm several decades ago, nowadays meteor sightings are closer to 120 per hour. As Earth passes through a denser part of Phaeton's debris trail, the Geminid meteor shower has become one of the most recognized annual astronomical events and is known for bright, often yellow meteors and fireballs. The Geminids are active each year between December 4th and 20th, and the peak time this year is overnight on December 13th. The moon will not interfere with sightings as it will be in its last quarter, although it will rise about 2 a.m. Between 10 and 11 p.m., go outside and lay down on your back to gaze up at the eastern night sky. Make sure to be dressed warmly. Allow your eyes to adjust to the darkness for several minutes. Avoid your phone screen. Look everywhere because the Geminids race across the whole sky, but can be traced back to the constellation Gemini, which verifies that they are Geminids. Emanating from the asteroid Phaeton makes this one of the only showers, along with the quadrantids, not originating from a comet. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Annalise Kuiper.
The second Saturday art crawl is happening in downtown Joshua Tree tonight. With a look at what's going up on gallery walls, here's art lover Jeff Harmatz.
A gingerbread village from local artists will be popping up at the Art Queen complex this afternoon. The display has been created by local artist Joe Alvarez and is described as festive fun for the whole family. Come through the Gingerbread Village from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Art Queen in Joshua Tree for fun, goodies, and photos. Then at 5 p.m., the Art Walk begins with a holiday-themed show at Art Queen's Coyote Little Gallery. Called Deck the Halls, it features work from 6 local artists: Nicholas Danger, Sarah Lyons, Josh Graylock, Walker Metling, Cecilia Romero, and Al Marcano. The opening runs from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. La Matadora debuts a new group show, Ave Maria, celebrating the feast day of La Virgen de Guadalupe. The show features 30 artists and will feature live music from My Reckless Heart. The celebration is from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Beatnik Lounge debuts a new group show called Soft Openings at 6 p.m. Hey There Gallery and Juniper Arts will be open as well. All of these galleries are close together, so park at one and walk to the others. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Jeff Harmatz.
The Red Light Lit Reading and Music Series is exporting Bay Area indie pop band Riley to the desert for an electrifying evening of music, storytelling, and poetry at the Palms in Wonder Valley tonight at 7 o'clock. Reporter Gabriel Hart takes a closer look at Red Light Lit and their featured musical act.
Red Light Lit is a small press and tightly curated performance series devoted to intimate, lyric-driven listening experiences that bring music, poetry, prose, and dance together on stage. This one-night event brings together a dynamic constellation of artists, featuring readings by Kevin Bone, Orenda Fink, Christine Fink, Amanda Oliver, and Lindy Greenwood, accompanied by an improvised musical score from Flying Mountains. The night's featured musical act, Riley, has emerged as one of the Bay Area's most compelling new bands. Their debut album, Come and Get Me, reveals a band fluid and shifting emotional textures, moving effortlessly from dreamy, atmospheric passages to sharp, unforgettable pop hooks. You're listening to their song Silent Colors right now. Founded in 2013, Red Light Lit is also an independent small press dedicated to publishing writers who push the boundaries of intimacy, identity, and human connection. The press recently reprinted The Worst Kind of Girl, a novel by High Desert author Susan Rukeyser, and will release the forthcoming novel A Road of Her Own by Kimberly Gomes. The reading and music start at 7 p.m. this Saturday, December 13th, at the Palms in Wonder Valley. Tickets are $10 at the door. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Gabriel Hart.
The desert may be 2 hours from the ocean, but you can hear surf music on Sunday night at the Mojave Gold. Here's reporter Adeline J. Wells with more on the upcoming show.
On Sunday, Mojave Gold is turning into a surfside oasis with Desert Beach Party. The event features the music of 2 local bands, the Jimmy Dale Trio playing classic surf rock music, and punk rock honky-tonk band, the Hot Patooties. The Jimmy Dale Trio is led by Jimmy Dale, whose late father, Dick Dale, is heralded as the king of the surf guitar. His sounds inspired the surf rock music of bands like the Beach Boys and the Ventures, while his version of Eastern Mediterranean folk song Miserlou was featured in the 1994 Quentin Tarantino film Pulp Fiction. The younger Dale, who grew up in 29 Palms, has curated his own musical sound that draws on his father's style, yet his personal tastes also reflect those of his late mother.
She's like old school punk. She was raising me on that the whole time. My dad, it was more so his taste in playing a lot of the like Middle Eastern melodies. Mom was the real punk metal, all the way from Tool to Radiohead to Ramones and all that. It was really all over the place. My music taste and influence definitely comes from my mother, Jill.
Dale formed the Jimmy Dale Trio to honor his surf rock heritage, and much of the music played by the group is his father's. The trio features a rotating group of musicians. On Sunday, he will be joined by bassist Chris Benedetto of 29 Palms and drummer Tyler Ontiveros of Palm Desert. He explained that surf music has its own distinct, nostalgic sound honed into existence by drawing on cultural and musical influences from Southern California and beyond.
It was the 60s where it was born, and a lot of the riffs are blues pentatonic things, but then it was really punk before punk because it was surf dudes who were like, I don't want to go to college or get a job. I just want to go surf. Surf music was born out of that. So it's got roots in being overly loud, overly aggressive than most people would think. And then Dad's heritage being Lebanese and his family playing the oud and some of the melodies on that was very Egyptian. Because there's no vocals or there's not a lot of room for it because it's so fast, it kind of lets people imagine and create little images and feelings on their own instead of being told what to feel with lyrics. The guitar just playing a melody and then you kind of color it in yourself. It was creative in its own way.
In addition to performing surf music, Dale also fronts the local punk band Kill Jill, named as a nod to a Tarantino-esque joke he had with his mother. He described the high desert as being an ideal environment for the creation of various musical styles.
I think it's very passionate out here. There's a lot of bands out here that I'm like, oh, they're in Joshua Tree? I didn't know. There's desert rock and some psychedelic stuff going on that I'm still discovering it. It seems endless. It seems like an endless forest of there's always people coming out here and doing super experimental stuff too.
The Sunday show was organized by Hot Patooties guitarist Beth Allen, who reached out to Dale after learning that he lived in the Morongo Basin. Allen described her longtime love of surf music and past run-in with its pioneer.
I'm a huge Dick Dale fan, huge fan of surf music. I actually interviewed Dick Dale in the 1990s. I used to work for a weekly newspaper. And I think I had a Ramones t-shirt on because we were chatting about things. And he said, oh, my wife loves the Ramones. And I talked to her for a while. Her name was Jill. Before Dick passed away, I saw him play live a few times in the past. And it was great. And I'm excited to see what Jimmy will do.
Desert Beach Party with the Jimmy Dale Trio and the Hot Patooties will be held on Sunday, December 14th at Mojave Gold, located at 56193 29 Palms Highway in Yucca Valley. Doors open at 7:30 p.m. The Hot Patooties will play at 8 p.m. with Z107.7's own DJ Kim on bass. The Jimmy Dale Trio will follow at 9 p.m. Tickets are $18 and can be purchased at this story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Adeline J. Wells.
The Joshua Tree Highlands Artist Residency will open its studios on Sunday, December 14th, inviting the public to explore the thoughts and process of its current residents. Reporter Hillary Sloan shares more.
Visitors can meet the artists, see the works in progress, and learn how the Joshua Tree landscape shapes their ideas. Fabian is a visual artist based in Mexico City. He studied in Germany and works in several forms,
such as painting, ceramics, sculptures, performance.
His process grows from a personal and cultural journey.
My grandfather, before dying, he asked me to take back our identity.
Fabian has been painting outdoors and working with wax, pigment, fire, and local sand. He says each piece records the desert's presence in both physical and symbolic ways. Maxim Loskotov is a novelist from the interior West and is returning to Jathar for a second residency. His work often looks at how people and places respond to stress and change.
Well, this has become a really sacred place for my work, I think. It, in different ways both times. The first time I came, there was something about the solitude and the silence and the pattern of the days here. This time has been really different because I didn't come in with a project, and so I've been basically just trying to catch every kind of inspiration and produce as much work as I can, not knowing exactly what's going to fit into the work.
He plans to read from both new and older writing at the Open Studio. The program offers artists 7 weeks of time, space, and support to deepen their practice and meet the community. Sunday's Open Studio will give visitors a first look at new paintings, ceramics, notes, and drafts, and a chance to speak with the artists about how the desert is shaping their work. For Z107.7, this is reporter Hillary Sloan.
And that's your local news for Saturday. Reporting out of Joshua Tree, California, alongside the award-winning Z107.7 news team, I'm Robert Hayden.